Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I hope this is finally solving all the issues that we faced during last 2 hours, by the way. But finally, the connection is right, and the quality of the sound should be right, and I hope it is that way. If it is different, of course, let me know in the comment section on YouTube or Twitch, as we are live on YouTube, checkersTV channel, and Twitch TV Checkers channel. With me, my guest, Grandmaster International, female, Marta Bańkowska. Hello, Marta, again.
Hello everyone. I think people are starting to come back. That's nice. Say hi, everyone. And yes, we can finally look at the games.
We can finally look at the games, so I will ask you to tell us something something again about the duel between Yuri Anikeev and Jan Groenendijk, what is going on. Please, can you try to analyze it? Meanwhile, I will set the scene for the women's game, and then we will go there.
Okay, sure. So I'll start from the beginning because, yeah, there were some technical issues. So what's interesting is that both players chose the same first moves, so 32-28 and exchange to 21, but it was slightly different because there's this 37-32. So here there was a bunch of standard moves. And the first surprising one for me was this one, 21-26. Because as I was saying, the most theoretical lines are something like this, and and here 15-20, 35-30 is one option with the outpost. I played it a few times, and then the other one is this, and the exchange, and also very sharp and interesting position. But I guess at this level, maybe such standard lines are never a good strategy because I guess both players played it many times, so maybe it's impossible to surprise your opponent. So that's why 21-26 and something like this. 19-23, and here it was possible for white to go for the outpost, and I'm not sure if Yuri just didn't like the position or maybe thought Jan prepared something special here, so he just went for 33-28, which is now a very calm position. Of course, you know, you can try to win it somehow, but I would be surprised if the game ended in something other than draw, especially as white managed to develop these pieces here that sometimes could be problematic. Now everything seems totally fine, so I think it will be a draw and a pretty quick one. I don't know what you think, Damian, or you guys.
I don't know because I haven't followed the game, of course.
Okay, sure.
I don't know what's going on, and just looking at the position, they can imagine that it will be tough for both players to create some chances. But if we speak about the chances, then definitely we can follow the women's game, because then and there we are much closer to the result of the game. As this is the final position, so we are playing less than 2 hours, and of course, as yesterday, I think in that phase of the match, still players don't want to get any false start to lose the game and to be the chasing one. They are trying to be maybe more calm in the plans they choose, and perhaps from Daria's point of view, she thinks that probably drawing the games will get her closer to the tiebreak, as she's not the favorite player to win this match. Maybe that's her strategy for this championship. And for Victoria, as she knows she is the favorite player and everyone expects her to win this match quickly, she just maybe don't want to risk too much either, because after losing some game, then Daria can take the wind in her back and follow and win this match maybe. So I don't know what is the attitude for the players. I know you have never participated in such match, but can you imagine, or try at least to imagine, what would be your attitude once you would be playing such match?
Yeah, so I thought about it, and I think Well, I don't know about me personally, but maybe Daria, I can imagine she would like to go into tie breaks, as you said. Even though I think Victoria still is the top blitz rated woman, but I don't know. From my experience, Daria has always struck me as a very strong blitz player, and she also plays a lot online, only drafts, so she might be looking for her chances there. And what we can also see is that once again, it's Victoria who has much less time. So here, Daria has 52 minutes still. Of course, the position is not very complicated, but, I think this is where Daria might see her chances, with Victoria getting into some time troubles.
Some similar things we've watched yesterday, because definitely Daria plays much faster than her opponent. And of course, in such open, not sharp positions, it's not a big problem to find the right line, because there are many lines that will lead you, for example, to draw the game. But if you want your opponent to make some mistakes, maybe you should look for some tense position. Here, it is really difficult to look at any chances, but I think few tempos maybe are ahead in the black's position. And what is important now is the fact that both players have those checkers drafts pieces, because 47 and 4 as well are the holding ones of the left long wing of each player, and it will be tough to break through such area. Another plan could be to maybe somehow try to attack those central squares and get some central advantage. And maybe we'll take a look at the game, how it get to this position.
Sure. Yeah, there was one moment where Victoria actually made this 4-4-4 exchange. So the game started like this, and now Daria played 20-24.
Maybe I will just ask you about this opening. So do you think that in any game among men or women we'll see the classic color system or not? Do you think this opening is too theoretical to play that on the match?
I think for men, maybe it doesn't really make sense, because they know it so well. So it's even though it's so sharp, it's probably like a draw variant. For women, I think it would make sense to play it, but I don't think Victoria would go for it. I think Daria is ready to play Keller, and she would like that. We can see 17-22, right? But yes, Victoria played 32-28, and she probably doesn't want it. Maybe she doesn't want it with white, because it's you usually get a surrounding position. But yeah, we'll see how Daria plays in the next matches, if she will ever play to 29 in the first move. But I don't think we will see it in either match. What do you think?
I have similar opinion to you, but that way you want to tell that Daria is theoretically better prepared than Victoria?
Not sure, because Victoria has been playing the last few years almost always the Rafael opening 30-28, 19-23, but at the same time I know that she knows the variants, so she just chose not to play them. So I think she definitely knows some variants, and maybe they have a similar theoretical knowledge, but maybe Daria is just more likely to choose such sharp variants. I think she's that type of player.
Okay, interesting point of view. By the way, dear viewers, please let me know on the chat that if everything is working fine, if you can hear us well. It should be working, but I just would like to get some confirmation from your side. So feel free to let me know on Twitch or on YouTube on the chat if everything is going fine. And if you have any questions according to those games, according to Marta's professional drafts career, if I can name it that way, feel free to write it. Okay.
But yeah. Okay. So yeah, 2024. Interesting.
So definitely she wanted to make a double exchange with exchange to 21. It reminds me a bit the opening what Natalia Sadowska played against me during the Polish Championship last year.
I think it was...
because I started 33-29 and Because she made this
It was
exchange.
like this and like this.
Oh yeah,
Your
yeah,
game, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's also there is quite a lot of theory here, but yeah, here you have this 22, and I believe Daria took to 21. So now it's a totally open position. I think you can exchange here. It's like a African player style to play those two pieces so quickly, but it's probably all right. And very often you end up having 28 or something, so it's possible. But I think she just wanted to open the position, avoid some of Victoria's preparation, probably. Yeah. So yeah, here we don't have I think any type of theory. Maybe I'm not aware. And so Victoria, I can see two plans here. So either I would try to, as quickly as possible, go to 30 and block all those pieces, or choose something like Victoria. So she just wants to get, I guess, a perfect position. So build something like this without those extra pieces, 36, 31. So that's why she attacked once and then went to 27. Yes, it was something like this, and now she went for this exchange.
Okay.
What do you think about it?
On one side, it is the passive one, but on the other one, you can feel that at this point 27 can be attacked, because after such attacks there is this move possible, of course, and after such exchanges, or maybe even taking here at first, there are some maybe variants where this attack is possible to 22, and even if it is defendable, then still it could be a draw, forced draw for black pieces. So maybe that was the reason why Victoria decided to play this exchange. Meanwhile, according to the chat messages, Isi Lopez, good morning from Panama, let's go Motrichko. Okay, so we know who in your opinion will win this match among women, and ad infinitum everything is fine, tout va bien. Greetings from France, thank you very much, and thank you for letting us know that everything works fine, finally. But after we set up this tonight, then I can assure you that next games and next guest, everything will work fine, because now we have the model how it works. Okay, going back to the game, you would also decide for this exchange, or you would just try to find another plan? By the way, I would not try to get in such position with white pieces. I just don't like it.
Okay, but I mean, what could you have done differently? I'm not sure.
Basically, okay. This is logical, of course. Okay, this move is the one I would not make in that early stage of the game. I would play the right wing all the time.
Yeah, possible I would play the same, or maybe even here I would wait a bit, but hard to say. But I'm just wondering if Victoria just accepted that it would be a draw here, or maybe she just misevaluated and she thought she would have some chances to put pressure on this piece here. I'm wondering what her reasoning was, because if you accept that it will be a draw, maybe it's better to just allow black to make this exchange. It seems less passive. So yeah, I'm wondering. But okay, here,
It's impossible to think that you would get any chances of collecting this 27. Of course, it was too strong, so it was just opening the position. And yeah, here we are after 40 moves. So if the game started exactly at 10 a.m., and I think it has started at time, and then we are 1 hour till the time control, and players have plenty of time, 50 minutes for Daria Tkachenko and 11 minutes for Victoria Motrichko right now, and only 5 moves to be made before the time control. So I think that slowly we are getting for the second draw in this match.
Yeah, white will exchange, and white will go here, black will go here, and yeah, I think we can expect a quick draw here. Probably also from the men. We can have a look.
Okay, I will change the scene, because now after we are watching the games, I'm choosing the right camera of the preview. So let me switch to the men, and Marek Hollander is with us. All good, thank you for letting us know, of course.
Yes, yes. Okay, so do we see the men's board?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so now 36, 31, like this. Okay, so we have something.
Mm-hmm. This is the move that I missed yesterday in Victoria's game against Daria Tkachenko at some moment, because she played 21-26 and everything was leading to a draw. And despite of the fact of this formation that sometimes you would like to not to have this 12, of course you can attack and move it forward. There are some chances also to try to surround this 28 in the center. So Jan is looking for something. He's not accepting a draw yet in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also you like you said, it's not that risky because you'll always be able to exchange it. So yeah, why not try? At the same time, if not that, then he would have to, I guess, attack here, and then allow an exchange. So yeah, if he wants to win, I think it was the right call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To try at least to create some chances.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this exchange is something we might expect from Yuri?
No, I didn't even think about it. I think it's impossible. It's super passive, I think. Maybe...
Yeah, but yesterday Yuri has already showed us the passive exchange, yeah?
Which one?
The 1 to 27. Double exchange.
Yeah.
It was the one forcing a draw and closing the game, in my opinion, and giving only chances to Jan and Yuri. Just maybe he is, on foreign soil, and he is playing against Dutchmen in the Netherlands. So perhaps he doesn't want doesn't want to have any false start in this match. Mm-hmm. I don't know what is his reasoning right now.
And I think it's a normal strategy to have in a match that if you didn't get what you wanted from the opening, you just accept a draw and you try in the next game. I think that's the best way to go about it, probably.
After all, there will be still 10 other games to try to show something. Yeah?
Right. But who do you think is the favorite in tiebreaks?
About the entire result of the match, I tried to be objective and not to tell who is my favorite, but about the tie breaks, that's the tough thing, because Yuri Anikeev is the one who collected already many titles in Rapid and Blitz games. On the other hand, Jan Groenendijk, after losing the time, he plays perfectly, having only last seconds on the clock. Mm-hmm. So it's hard for me to point who would be the favorite, but with the Jan's creativity, maybe I would just choose him. Perhaps it would be about my chances like 55 to 45, something like that. Yeah.
Sorry for my reaction, but I just saw this exchange.
So it was played. Yeah, honestly, I expected that. Yeah.
Okay.
I expected that, and I think that slowly. We have the name of the second round of the match. It's just the exchange, yeah?
Yeah, in both games. But...
In both games.
Yeah.
We are not missing much after the technical problems because not much has happened in these games. But according to the tiebreak results, do you have any other opinion than mine?
No, I'd probably agree. Yeah, Jan is probably the favorite on paper, but maybe the style of Yuri being such a safe player can also get him the title. That's, I guess, where I would find his chances.
Mm-hmm. It can always look like, you're chasing the draw in 3 games and then actually after one brilliant move you win the entire match in one game. And do you think it is possible between Jan and Yuri for some of them, to have those 2 victories needed to settle the match in the classic games?
I really don't think so. I think maybe there will be one, but that's it.
So you have 1 victory and 11 draws, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
So then we will have the tiebreaks, because just reminding you, dear viewers, the system of the match is, of course, the one who gathers more points after the classic games wins the match. If that person has won at least 2 games. So if you win 2 games and lose 1 game, you are just the world champion after the classic games. But if you are winning 1 and drawing all the other games, then tiebreaks are needed. And between Daria and Victoria, you expect some victories?
I did, but now I'm not sure. We are already like done with 2 games, 2 out of 12. That's what, 20%? Yes?
Yeah, less.
Less. Never mind. No. Okay, never mind. A bit less, 15. So I think maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible if they keep playing this way, then sure. But I personally would like to see tie breaks. I know it's maybe some people can say it's not so fair, but yeah, it's more exciting. So it would be fun to watch.
And as we are in another developmental phase in those games after getting to the open position, I can ask you something about next year, for example, because another World Championship will be played, and do you have already a spot there?
No, we don't know anything about the the women's. Oh, you mean like the spot if I'm qualified?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I qualified during European Championship. I was 4th.
Oh. Okay.
So I qualified, but I thought you meant do we have a spot for the tournament, because we don't actually.
I meant your spot. Yeah. Do you have any rumors about where it is planned to be organized?
I heard some plans, but nothing certain. So I don't want to say.
But Europe or not?
Sorry.
Europe or not?
Probably not, but who knows? Okay. Well, I think it's still on the table that we'll play together with men, but I'm not sure how likely that is.
Would you like to have this tournament held in Cameroon?
Depends what the other option is. Of course, the best way to do it would be Europe, I think. It would be the safest, and we could transport the live boards and everything. But maybe it would be nice to play it together with men. It would be more interesting.
And please tell me something about your playing level. How do you feel? You think you are at your top, live top, or you must practice more, or you just... Because I just want to ask you what are your expectations in another and goal in another World Championship tournament? Do you plan to win it? Because in Curacao, what was your place? 8th one?
7th, I think.
7th. Okay, so still top of the world, but I know that your ambitions are higher than that.
Yeah, of course I want to win, but you can say that, I'm planning to win. Also, I will see. I'm not sure what my next year will look like in terms of like the time that I have for training and everything. So I'll do my best. I want to definitely improve my result from 7th. But we'll see. And when it comes to my level, I think it's probably the highest now. I think I play better than I did in Curacao. When I look at those games, I can see some mistakes. I can understand more. But other players are also constantly improving. So I'm not sure if, comparing to other players, I'm better than I was. So yeah, we still have probably a lot of time. Like, I don't think the World Championship will be held earlier than June. So 6 months can make a big difference.
Your answer brings me to another question that I'd like to ask, because it's not a big secret that many people are training, have trainers, coaches, and trying to improve the level. And of course, the global level of drafts is improving all the time. And do you think this will continue? And what is the level that we can get globally? Can we just be much better drafts players, or we are slowly reaching the top?
I think definitely we can be better. I even talked about it to someone recently at a tournament we played, and I think, for example, someone like Jan could be much better than he is now if there were more active and very strong players. Like the more strong players there are, the better you also get, right? That's why also probably the youth in the Netherlands, the boys are stronger than in other countries because they have such big competition and they help each other grow. And so I think if some of the Eastern countries that are currently banned come back, and also maybe China, and then the level will still improve a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
But on the other hand, about youth in Netherlands, I've spent a lot of time speaking about that with recurrentes, for example. And in the age category under 10, they are not forcing those children to be a good drafts players. And honestly, Polish players are probably much better than Dutch youth players at that age. After the category under 10, they start to train seriously. And that is the moment when they improve. I'm just curious how it works that those years are not so lost, because for me it is unimaginable, but in 2003 I was coaching my sister and she became the European champion under the 10 years old, and I just learned her a few combinations, opening traps, and it was enough to win the tournament. And today 9 years old kids that I'm training with know the color system, for example. So what is the difference, and how then the Dutch youth players can come with such a good results in the category under 13? I don't understand it. But it's something to talk about. Marek is hoping for a match with more results. We all do. I hope that at least one result will happen soon, because that will change the course of the entire match, I think.
Yes.
What do you think about this position? Any chances for Jan to be more active and maybe putting some pressure on Yuri Anikeev, or he is just calculating so well that he will find a defensive way? Because engine shows it's a draw.
Yeah, of course it is. It must be. And I would prefer to play for black. It seems like the position is more flexible. It's not so clear where to go with white. You would want to probably take 27, but whenever you try, black might go to 27 themselves. So yeah, it's not so clear. It's maybe better for black, but I don't think Yuri can lose this position.
Yeah, but still, after this exchange that Yuri has made, the game, I think, is just for 2 results. It can be simple one for black, so a draw for them, or the winning one in the case of the mistake from the side of white pieces. So I don't fully understand that exchange, but yeah, it was played. Maybe just Yuri wants to finish it fast.
Maybe we can come back for a second. Let's think what alternatives he had. So what if he just waits like this? Black will probably try to play around 28, something like this. What, maybe tag?
Maybe tag.
Attack? I don't know. Maybe he saw that it's also not possible to maybe win with white, so he just went for something easier. I don't know.
But maybe at this moment the exchange would be a bit better, because after 24 is standing there, then you already will have the possibility of possible exchange of this piece and attack the left wing of black pieces. Maybe something like that.
No, you're right. I think you're right, because whenever your opponent has a piece on the fifth line, you can have some plans against it. So yeah, I think it would make sense to wait with one move, but maybe Jan had something else here. Yeah.
For example, 1924.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I don't know. Here it already looks. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It can create something.
It's possible he would play that just to avoid the exchange, if he tries to win. Yeah. Okay. And what about the women?
Let's switch to the women and change the scene, of course. And here we are in the game. Victoria Motrichko, Daria Tkachenko, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday I made a survey, so over or around the 50% people voted that Victoria Motrichko and Jan Groenendijk will be the next world champions, but around 40% of you voted for Victoria and Yuri. So it shows me that we have a lot of Ukrainian supporters, because on international drafts fan page there was a similar survey, and then the result was higher for Jan and Victoria. It was over 60%, but I know that more, for example, Dutch people are involved there. So I would say that you think chances between Jan and Yuri are similar, around 50-50, maybe 55-45 or 60-40. So what is going here? Here we have Daria playing still fast, but okay, a bit slower maybe, because she spent around 10-15 minutes on the last move, and finally going to the central spot 23.
Yes, so Victoria still has an okay situation with her time, 6 minutes for 4 moves, but you know, if she doesn't take an exchange, then maybe, yeah, she will have to speed up a bit. By the way, what will happen? Oh, the exchange is really bad. Okay. Why is that? Yeah, maybe it's just too passive. Maybe that's
you don't have the enough strength to make a break from the right side. Yeah. After all, 0.5, according to Scant, is around end game having one piece advantage. Yeah.
What? One piece advantage?
In the end game with the kings, but still a draw, but one piece advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like 3 against 2, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
4
Okay.
against 3.
So it's probably better to go here. Yeah, I think, yeah, maybe she understands that her position is a bit more passive, so that's why she's thinking. Okay, interesting. Interesting. And by the way, do you know what Daria's team is?
Sorry? I was just checking the preview. Do I know what?
Do you know who is in Daria's team?
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I have no idea about that.
So yeah, she probably didn't come with anyone in particular to the opening ceremony. Yeah,
I don't know anyone's team. Do you know?
I know that generally Victoria has been training with Gantwerk for many years, so they probably still do. I don't know if he's there with her. And then I saw some pictures of Yuri Bobkov there, so I don't know if he's Yuri's second or he just went there for other reasons. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Comparing that to chess, because I assume you know that Gukesh has relieved his team after winning the competition. 8 people involved, including 3 Polish grandmasters and 1 international master. Jan Klimkowski, Jan Krzysztof Duda, Radosław Wojtaszek, and the second person, which is Grzegorz Gajewski, advised by Vichy Anand, the previous world champion. Quite a tough team, and Poland strong, like they say.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not a really strong chess player, but do you know why them in particular? Is there something about their style?
It's about, I think, at least it's my opinion, not maybe the style, but great opening preparation, yeah? Okay. Because previously Jan Krzysztof Duda was working with Kamil Mitoń, and his opening preparation led Jan Krzysztof Duda to win the World Cup tournament, for example, beat Magnus Carlsen at the time in the semi-finals, as I remember, and I think that it's also the question of personality. And Vichy Anand told Gukesh that Gajewski is a calm person and has a great personality, and they will work together. Fine. And he trusted the world champion, after all, 50 years old world champion, that is still in the top of the world, and that was a good decision. I've never met Grzegorz, but I remember the time when I was broadcasting the match between Natalia and Tamara, And every day he was adding to his Insta stories a photo that he is watching the match.
Oh, nice.
With entire family, and then he was in the team of the world champion in chess.
Uh-huh. Yeah, nice. It's a shame that Magnus is no longer playing the matches. Would be interesting to see him against such a young player like Kukash. Yeah.
Do you think that we have similar situation with Boomstra, or Boomstra was never the level of Magnus?
I think it's very similar. To be honest, if Boomstra was playing this match now, he would definitely win against both Jan and Yuri. I don't know. Whenever I see his games, there are no mistakes. I don't know how you can win against Rule Boomstra, but maybe that's just me. I know I don't understand everything that's going on in those games, but I think no one has ever been near his level. That's what I think.
Last year, when I was invited by Esther to comment it was 2 years ago actually, 2 games of the match between Rule and Alexander Schwarzman, and then we had the interview with the players, and once probably Boomstra and once Alexander Schwarzman came and made the analyze, and Jewiel, thank you very much for the subscription. And Alexander Schwarzman is showing some variants, and of course he tells everyone knows it, everyone knows that this is not possible because there is a combination. That was the variant that I was seeing the first time in my life, of course. That is the level of Grandmasters. But Alexander Schwarzman told that Boomstra was absolutely the best match player and almost impossible to beat. That brings us maybe to another question, reflection, because according to the history from the Frisia, players or organizers that are trying to make Frisian drafts more popular told me that the first invention of 100 square drafts was, of course, the Frisian drafts and not the international as we know. And the reason of that was that winning games was easier, because in Frisian drafts you can still win having 2 kings against 1 king, and the requirements of winning in international drafts 4 kings against 1 king is just making the game too drawish. Do you think it is a problem of international drafts?
Not that much. I think especially now with this time control, we see quite a lot of wins, or at least mistakes. So I think it's still fine. But again, if the level generally was higher, like if there were a bunch of players like Rule Boomstra, maybe it would be a problem. Like imagine a match of 2 players, like 2 Boomstras.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna make a mistake?
Yeah, but finally, the mistake must happen. There was one mistake in the match between Rule and Alexander, but Alexander haven't used it, after all. Finally, at some moment, you feel the exhaustment, you don't have the good day, you slept not well, and something can happen after 3 or 4 hours of play. I asked this question to Recurrent, yes, and I will ask it to you. I don't know if you heard his response. Do you think that if we would have in the drafts community much more players, like 4 times more, 5 times more, or just the same amount as in chess, it would be still possible for Schwarzman to be in absolute top level, the guy who is that age?
Interesting. Probably yes. He's just special. But it's not only Schwarzman. I don't know how much younger, for example, Guntis Valneris is, right? But he's also still at the very, very top. But yeah, I wonder. I think still they would be in the top, but maybe in the match they would have really big trouble winning, right? Because of the exhaustion, like you said, and But it's crazy how well Schwarzman still plays. So I'm always impressed.
Yeah, and he tells that he's not training from 2019 or something. No one believes it, but anyway. I was asking that question according to the list of world champions and their age in chess, because most of them were aged between 20 and 30, And so it looks that time you have the peak of your play. So you are in your peak, probably. according to the physical side of the game. We have some moves. So what's going on the board? 2 moves to the time control for Wiktoria Motrichko, and for those 2 moves she has only 1 minute 54 seconds. Daria Tkachenko meanwhile 30 minutes on the clock to make 3 more moves, and I think that Daria can feel a bit more comfortable in this position.
For sure, yeah. I mean, I think this is also a position for results. At least that's what it seems now. And yeah, Daria has to decide if she wants to take a lot of time calculating the most precise move, or maybe she wants to play 2 quick moves to force Wiktoria to play quickly. It's always a hard decision. And from what I've noticed, it's usually better to just sit down and take your time and spend all your time, not unnecessarily put pressure on your opponent. I don't know if you have similar experiences, but in my case, I often missed something because I wanted to put pressure on my opponent who had less time, and it was a bad decision.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. We were playing recently the team championship in Poland, and I do play fast such games, yeah, to have even half an hour advantage. That's my strategy for the games, but I think I quite know how to play openings where I feel comfortable, and I can just try to make some inconveniences for my opponent and then look for the time advantage and then try to put him under the pressure. And it causes the problems because I always miss something. Yeah, in 3 or 4 games I missed some important move. So for example, I made it losing position against Patrycja Tomczak from winning 2 moves before, and
yeah, I saw it.
That was my issue. Meanwhile, Yel, or how to pronounce you, Gajewski is most likely the best opening trainer out there. Wow, really interesting, because we don't know what kind of pressures we have in Poland.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Do you think in drafts there is such a player who you would say is the best opening trainer?
It's hard to say because I don't know trainers well. I haven't worked with any GMI, as I did have an opportunity joining the Polish coaching team. As I was the part of the national team, I've never done it. I haven't seen a single lesson from there, but you working there and other players tell that it's a great source of knowledge, those GMIs, including Yuri Anikeev, including Artem Ivanov. Great players with great knowledge, and honestly I don't know what the opening level can be. Sometimes I made some private analysis with Martin van Eysendorn, and when he told me how they prepare in the openings, that books from which we learn, they know all and try to find the things that are wrong. Like, for example, the game we mentioned recently between Artem Ivanov and Karol Cichocki. Karol Cichocki played the Getmański's book and lost the game because of the mistake, yeah. That's absolutely different level, yeah. So if I would like to chase the GMI in my life, which probably will never happen, I would close myself in the room with the books, with the games, with the computers for 8 to 10 hours a day for next 10 years to have at least slight possibility of making it. But comparing to chess, of course, the opening theory in chess is much more important, I think, yeah. And in drafts, it is very difficult to make the opening books, and everyone says it, yeah. Włodzimierz Agafanov was the first one who made it, and then Aleksander Getmański, grandmaster after the decades of experience on that, and still made a lot of mistakes despite working with the computer. So it is absolutely difficult to make it. And also when we are looking at the base of the Turbo Dumb Base program, for example, yeah, yesterday we've had quite famous opening played between 2 players, and after 10 or 12 moves, I checked the base and there was only 27 games played that way, only in the common opening, yeah?
Right.
For example, my game against Patrycja Tomczak, we made logical color moves, and that game was played 2 or 3 times only, yeah, in the history. So it looks how difficult it is to learn the openings, because everything changes. You can't learn everything, yeah, it's just impossible. You just must follow the intuition, and your intuition is the cooperation of your wisdom and experience, on the other hand, yeah. So. Opening in the drafts, it's a very complicated topic, in my opinion. Do you have different one?
No, no. I mean, you can always exchange to 24 or 27, and it's over, right? Like even the game against Victoria against Daria. The Daria's moved 20-24, and then what can you do, right? It's not a bad move at all. You just escaped the theory. I think the same thing happened in the match, Natalia, between her and Tamara, right? I think she expected that Tamara wouldn't play any theory, and that's what happened. She also just always exchanged to 24, 27, and she didn't get a bad position because of that. And I think in chess, from what I know, if you don't follow the main lines, you do get a bad position. So that's the difference.
They say so. They say also that the good lines are so developed that players are looking for some small inaccuracies to choose it, and then to try to bring their opponents into some not known theoretical positions where their creativity means more than theoretical knowledge. Yeah, so this is part of the strategy, but of course, at some point of his life, Bobby Fischer told that he hates chess because of how theoretical it got. Yeah,
I can understand. Yeah, if we had the same situation in drafts, I don't think I would be so so into it. Yeah, that's the point, to find something yourself. Yeah.
So there is no point to start to play this game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
On the other hand, of course, it is absolutely worth to play it because all the time you can develop your mind, and thanks to that, like for example, close friend of mine, despite of the difference of the age, Fred Evans from Netherlands, 80 years old, but his mind is very sharp. He can show me from his memory dozens of moves of variants, and he can just replace any position that he played during the recent tournaments. So it's great how your mind can work thanks to checkers or drafts. So it's absolutely worth to play. And not only the size of the community, size of the prize pots is important, but the thing how it affects your brain, definitely it's worth. So what is going on in the men's game? Maybe we'll take a look, or just want to comment something.
In the women's match, so far, the Victoria has chosen the right moves despite the time trouble. She has one more to make, 44 seconds. I think now Daria will play 17-22, then Victoria can force this exchange, and this seems like the most logical continuation here. Yeah,
it would be nice for Daria to try to avoid it, but there's absolutely no way of avoiding it.
Yes. Okay, so the man. Let's see
the man. Marta told.
Yeah. Okay. So can we see it already?
Yeah, we do. It's just one click. It's smooth and fast.
Okay. So 20-24, 41-36. Like this. Okay, so like I said before, White is trying to get 27 to have some kind of control over the position, and of course it was not possible to go to 27 for Black, and so now we're just getting closer and closer to a draw. I think also they have enough time, so 8 minutes, 16 minutes for 7 moves. Yeah.
I can use the fact that I have English language specialist with me here, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know all the necessary vocabulary around drafts? For example,
probably not. And also everyone has also their own way they say it. We don't really have native English countries playing drafts, so that's also a problem, right? Yeah.
And drafts, after all, is a British word. Yeah.
So did you want to ask what I call this piece?
If you call it outpost or not, because outpost can also be any other single piece, yeah, on other. This is what I found in some books, for example. Oh, what's the? Some nudity in the camera.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always called it an outpost. Is there any other word we can use?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Because sometimes Dutch people tell about the attack, but as the attack I understand, like for example, Rosenburg attack or just closed or locked outpost. I just wanted to know if you have any other word like Russians for the piece without this 26, because they call it Tychok, yeah.
Right, right. Oh yeah, and the English is there? Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, I haven't heard it. And another thing that I never how to call it is, you know, in Polish it is kleszcze. The lock,
Right.
but do you know how they call it?
I don't remember. I know there's this book, Strategy Compass, and I'm sure this word was there, but I don't remember what they called it there. Yeah.
So you haven't helped me at all.
Yeah, sorry. We should write some kind of dictionary and decide once and for all how we call what, and that's it.
I think there was a person working on it,
Okay. Okay.
but I've never faced the results of this work.
Okay, sure. So, 36, 31, 20. Okay, we saw this.
We have some comments from JW. Carlsen often gets the game out of the theory to get more advantageous games for himself. Rapport does something similar through he more often it was okay. Here is the entire comment. Rapport does something similar through he more often goes for moves that poses problems for his opponents and or gets a sharp game, so you don't have to play main lines, also because they are well known. On a lower level it doesn't really matter probably. Yeah, that's the tough thing for the top grandmasters, I think, and similar in drafts, because no one from the lower level can play the opening well, and so they don't choose to play the theoretical lines against the strong grandmasters, so it doesn't care what you choose to play. And between the top grandmasters, if they know that in some line there is some forced draw line, they don't choose it. Some may choose to draw the game, of course, but also the part of the preparation is try to find in the opening someone likes to play some new moves and to surprise your opponent. Yeah, this is the main work of, for example, Martin van Eysendorn, as he told me in his preparation before the World Championship. Yeah, so he spent before the last tournament like few days every day, 8 hours to prepare for one opponent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I think we see something similar where grandmasters try to choose less known lines. Also, when I played against Martijn in April, he played 32-28. Because he told me he didn't want to play Keller with me because he knew that I could choose a line which forces a lot of exchanges, a lot of moves without thinking, and so he didn't go for it. So it seems like, yeah, it's a sharp opening, and every grandmaster would want to play it, but yeah, not really. And I even have a couple of games where I played 16-21 against very strong players. Like I played it against Slump and against Tommy Bongo, and it was a good strategy because they went for the variants, and if I was prepared and I knew how to play them, yeah, I did get the draws, and yeah, I think this can be a nice strategy too.
Yeah, good point of view. Marek Hollander asks, the Dutchman asks in English how piece 3 or 48 is called in Polish. Marta.
So we call it a golden piece.
Yeah, złoty kamień, usually. Yeah. And it's called that way from the early 70s when it was published in the book by Maria and Romuald Frey. Yeah, the first book about international drafts in Poland, and that book was printed 30,000 times. It is spectacular, the number of the books, and many of them can be found on some Polish eBay, like Allegro.
I don't have it, I've never seen it.
You've never seen it? I have maybe 2 of them. Yeah, I like to have all the books, old books. Yeah, it's really nice, about some, because not everything is the true, and the naming of the openings. This is something that I had to learn. What my club chief my trainer wanted me to know what every move is called, like the opening, like the famous coups, shots, everything. I had to learn and memorize it, and this is the thing also that I require from the kids I'm teaching how to play, because I think that it helps you in memorizing some schemes, some ideas. It is useful.
Yeah, I do it too with the names of combinations. I force my students to learn them. Not so much names of openings, because I don't even know them. I just know maybe a few. Because also there are countries that call it differently. We just know those names from Getmański's books, right? But it's not so standard. But yes, names of combinations for sure.
Yeah, and those we know from the Burzyński's books.
Yeah.
On the other side. Marek says in Dutch, kronsschijf, it should be probably, or broksknop, guzik spodni. Interesting. I thought everyone calls it the golden piece. Okay, so what do we have here? Jan Groenendijk, ladies and gentlemen, down to 3 minutes 20 seconds. So he knows that he has a draw in this position, probably, and he is trying to find something to create some chances. Maybe it's not possible, according to what computer engine says, showing absolutely 0, so it is equal position. But we have a guest again. Scan shows this move 1823, which is absolutely not natural move in this position, because at first glance you can see that this could be an option which is not working because of this attack here. But without this move, maybe it is logical, but it gives your opponent the possibility of having the close classic position. Maybe then you have the position with the control of two corners, 26 and 25, and that's the idea. And this is the move that Jan is playing, 1823. So what to expect from Yuri? This is not possible? Oh, this is losing because of this attack.
No. And I think maybe this is a 33-28, maybe also losing. What if you... no, maybe, because look, if you go like this, if you attack, oh yeah, there is a simple combination. But I thought maybe that's what he wants to play, because you can't just exchange. But black can go like this, and now have this threat. White's forced to exchange, and it looks like black can try to break through. So actually, yeah, I wonder if Yuri will play this move. Probably, but hard to say.
Yeah, this move just gives some chances. Maybe we'll have some interesting moment yet, but I think this move could be a winning one against, some Federal Master or someone, and not the GMI probably, because Yuri, I bet, will calculate everything properly, but still it is not so convenient position to play.
Yeah. Once again, Jan shows. Oh wait. It was.
Almost immediately played the right line. Yeah.
So he probably thought about it too. I mean, Yuri. Yeah.
That will be the great position after playing 43-39. Yeah. Something that we can barely see. This is something that we normally don't want in our position, absolutely, because there is a position. How it is called? Wave?
Artem calls it McDonald position.
Okay, yes. Because of M's.
Yes.
So this is something that we normally don't like in our games, because of course this is not creating any structures, any columns, any strong formations, and but after closing the gaps, sometimes it might be just the only thing to happen, and happened immediately, and Jan goes 21-26. We have 4 moves yet to be played before the time control. Now 21-26 was the first move as well, yeah?
It looks like it, yes. Okay, so there were some chances, but probably still quick draw. Something like this. Or maybe now it gets better for white, but it must be a draw. Must be. Like this. What if white goes here? Maybe we'll have some sacrifices. There could be a sacrifice after something like this. No, maybe not. Okay, sorry. I thought there would be a nice sacrifice. Yeah, just a draw.
Do you remember such Polish players as Marcin Stec?
No, never
No.
met.
You never met him.
Right.
Because he was the specialist in the closed classic positions, and he always told that there is always a draw in the classic position, and you must just find it. And there was a time he was the Polish grandmaster, and there was a time that everyone who had some classical position just went to him, Marcin, how to make a draw here, and he always found it. That was the guy. Okay, let's see if we are after the time control. We are not yet. Oh, and Victoria is on the move and has only 30 seconds to go.
Ooh. Interesting.
Let's wipe to the women's position. And here it is. Victoria has made the 45th move and is having 31 minutes on her clock. So that means that she was doing that last move having 32 seconds on the clock. Oh, and Daria plays immediately. So
Yeah, she had to.
Yeah, she had to.
So now, does Victoria have to play this? Possible.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. She has to. Okay, so that's the position that maybe I would go for if I was playing Daria's pieces. Okay, how did it go? Because in this moment we are talking about this 17-22, that it is like expected move, but it didn't happen. And after quite thinking, you can see after this move from Daria, it goes to 0.3 advantage for white pieces. But it is on purpose, yeah? Still it is a drawish position, even though it gives the slight advantage for white pieces, but it creates more tension in the position. And knowing that your opponent has less than 1 minute to make the final move, there maybe are some chances to force your opponent to make a mistake, yeah? And this is not an obvious move to play without the calculations, because many things can happen, yeah? Now,
now she will exchange. No choice, I guess. And what? I wonder.
Even this and this isn't possible.
Yeah, right. Yeah, probably a draw. I mean.
Yeah, but even if she plays something like that, then she must exchange right now, yeah? Here with this attack. This is something to calculate, because there could be a Zugzwang, right? No, this move just works. This is not working. Yeah, not. Because this is fine. I would not like to play such position, but it is a draw, of course. But to calculate it 5-6 moves before, it's not easy thing to do.
Yeah, but now that they have the increment, it should be easy to find everything. But yeah, if they didn't, that would be interesting.
At this moment, we are still in this position. Okay, so 10 minutes to the time control. Let's get back to gentlemen, maybe.
Okay, so they played as expected, this way, and this way, and 40-35. Okay.
40-35 was played already? Not yet.
No? Okay, maybe I moved the pieces. Yeah. Okay, so it's like this.
Yuri Anikeev is having 7 minutes 20 seconds and Jan Groenendijk 2 minutes 10 seconds on his clock, and 2 more moves both players must make till the time control. It sounds like okay. Without bigger problems should be done.
Yeah. What if white plays here? Then what?
If white plays 40-45, you mean?
38-33. I wonder if the black has to make some sacrifices or can just play normally. Let's check. This, and no.
exchange is not working.
On this. And now there is a...
Double exchange, double sacrifice. Oh, this and this.
Like this, yeah. Okay, this is not such a standard one.
Yeah.
It's, usually you have something like this and like this. But yeah, I'm sure they know these positions. Yeah, but it's funny because otherwise it looks like, you know, it's white that can have an advantage. But yeah, of course, there are always such sacrifices like this, like this. Yeah, always a draw, as Marci's stats said.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many standard classical positions do you know?
A few thousand.
Okay.
Sometimes there is something that you can be shocked with. Maybe if we have a time, I just wanted to show you something from my recent game against Georgi Wydzerka.
Okay.
If I remember the position.
But let me find the solution, don't tell me.
It's not about the solution because the plan was quite a longer one.
Yeah, I remember one time I played a game and I had some kind of funny winning sacrifice, and then like 2 days later I opened this calculation book of Vatutin and I had exactly the same position. But I didn't do it in the game, so if I had done the book a bit earlier, yeah, we have changed
Probably that was the position, and you know, I have a simple plan to go here and try to make some inconveniences for him. I like my position because this is not strong. After all, I defeated your brother against this quite easily, and he played this move. And I was shocked, and almost after short calculation, without seeing any combination, I played that, not to let him going here, yeah, and I'm saying, okay, I just must take care about this possibility and some majorities, but it works, yeah. I will play here, I will build this column, he can't go to 18, 17, I'm winning the game, yeah. Maybe he thought that after I will get to 34, he did calculate the plan well, how I'm winning the game after it, and he decided to play here. But he immediately plays here, and I can't go there. Yeah.
You can't go there because, okay, 1 second. Okay, wait, no. Okay, I see. Yeah, nice.
It turns out that without this move, this is a really tough position to play. Just to show you, after this one, there is this move actually, and yeah, he threatens me with this attack. I go here, and there is this bridge shot with this option, and he wins the game. Quite a nice one. So instead of that, I can't make a gap here on 38.
Yes, so what if you play 37, 32?
I don't remember exactly what I've played, but something like that. He went here and I attacked. He played here, here, here. Now again I can't make this move. Oh, sorry, no, I haven't played 36 for sure. So how did I play? Maybe I played something like 37 is possible. Yeah, not that. Let me remind. What could it be?
What was the result, by the way?
A draw. Okay, I changed the order of the moves. But there was something like that. And a great way of winning it. He did have in such position, so I changed something, the tempo probably. This is the winning position for black, if black is on the move.
Okay. Okay, let me think.
Can you find it? I changed it to the white's move, to the black's move, but don't look at the engine.
Okay.
I'll switch it off.
Wait, okay, I'm covering it. So first 1420. Okay, so you probably first sacrifice and then 1420, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
nice.
It's great.
Nice.
Here and here, it wins.
Uh-huh.
You can't attack because there is this majority, you win the game, yeah? And with this attack you make a breakthrough.
Yeah, and it's impossible to break through for white. Okay, nice. Yeah, I've never seen something like this.
This is something I haven't calculated at this moment. I haven't calculated it in the game, this sacrifice, but other moves I tried to find it, yeah, and there was nothing. But now there was something, and I didn't see it. And finally we got to the position like here. Was it that way? Probably yes. Am I missing a tempo again? Oh, yeah, in that position I thought that this is a winning move.
Okay.
Another time that I missed something, yeah.
Because you thought after 12, 18 you go to 23, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it was in the game?
After 12?
Yes. What did you want to play here?
Just
No, you can go
sacrifice
to...
and play here, yeah.
Right. Okay. So this was in the game, yes?
That was in the game, yeah. And just after the move, I saw the right continuation. Yeah, I always miss something in such positions.
Yeah, I mean, this is not easy. Okay, so I have to find a draw for black.
Chance to win first.
Okay.
It's not only a draw, but I at this moment I thought that I'm winning the game. Yeah. I'll take a look if there is something spectacular in the games. Just let's quick take a look. Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, so you can't go to 27. So you give a piece and then you go to 27, yes? Okay.
And I missed it, yeah. And then I spent a lot of time in finding the best solution here. But I played here and he took back.
Ooh.
Going here should be a quick draw because after that you make this exchange and you take it back. And you can't make maybe you have to, but this is a draw. This is just a draw, and he thought that he will have some chances after getting to 18. So that was played in the game, and he has bigger advantage now, yeah? So...
I mean, it doesn't look like such a big advantage, but okay, maybe. It looks like you'll always be able to go to the wing with white. Like this. 1 point, not now.
It looks like that, but that is losing, of course, because of that. So I couldn't play that. And what did I play? Let me remind.
27 maybe?
Looks like a logical move to play. It was here and I played here, yeah. And he goes here. No, that would be losing. Or maybe I just played here. Yeah, probably I did make a losing move. Yeah, yeah. It was like that because I sacrificed and went here,
Ooh, and it's not losing.
and he played here. Yeah, he must. And I thought it might be losing, but probably it's not. Here.
Mm-hmm.
And he made this move. No, he can't. Oh, sorry, not. He played that. Here and that.
Okay.
So that was played. And this is a draw.
Ah, crazy.
Despite the fact that scan shows 1.7 advantage.
Uh-huh.
This is a draw.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, yeah, if you get to the king, it's a draw. Uh-huh. And what if he goes, I don't know, just like this?
Probably nothing would happen, yeah. Just like the computer line.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible to win, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting. Nice. So,
Let's get back.
yes.
But after all, after the time control thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the second round of the World Championship matches between Ukrainians and Dutch players, which are, of course, here watched by us, Yuri Anikeev, current world champion, playing with white pieces against Jan Groenendijk from Netherlands. We are just after 45 moves. The time control players got additional 30 minutes plus 30 seconds per move. And what is the situation on the board, Marta? Should I say Marta or Marta?
Up to you, Damien.
Good
But
one.
yeah, it's a total draw in both games. I mean, maybe not in, we will see women, but here, yeah, they're not going to make any mistakes here. So this will be a draw. And let's check the women. So yeah, there was this exchange, everything. Oh no, so they're still here. Okay, so this is the current position. But again, there's no way to make a mistake here, I think.
Daria is looking for something, definitely not Victoria in this position.
Mm-hmm. But at this point, I'm not sure because this wing is safe, so even Daria, I don't think, can look for anything here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Tomorrow will be interesting. Do you think they will play the same first moves?
Hard to say, but I know from the past that many times in the matches such things happen because they know already what they can expect from the preparation of their opponents and can try to meanwhile surprise them with something invented ad hoc maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that most likely it also depends on what will be the attitude of players, if they just want to keep drawing the games still or just to be a bit more aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe Daria wants to keep drawing, and so maybe she'll again play 34-30.
Some guy, Newman, invites me to play. I haven't switched it off. On lead drafts all the time. And what are your expectations about the openings tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's possible Daria will play the same, 34-30, and yeah, maybe she wants to keep playing a draw.
Sorry, but he keeps inviting me, so I must switch it off.
What's his nickname?
Newman.
Newman. Okay.
You have him?
No.
With the, how is myślnik in English?
Hyphen?
Okay, this thing between you and man.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know him.
Privacy, where do I have it? Privacy, and let other players message you, invite you, challenge you. Only friends. Okay. Problem solved. So what are your expectations about the opening?
I think Daria 34-30, and then Jan. Yeah, no idea, because they both played exactly the same first move. So I hope we won't see 12 games with the same opening. but who knows? Who knows?
In the past, only 2 moves were played by Jan. When they played against each other, it was most of the time times 30-29, and only 2 times it was 30-28, and always Yuri answered with 19-23. Yeah.
Yeah. It's possible Jan will play to 29, but maybe not in this game. He also has a team there, I guess, so they might have something ready for him based on what has happened so far.
I'd like to check something, you know. I have this Turbo Base 12, so I can check the opening, how many times it has been played.
Okay. What's changed in the Turbo Base 12?
Big changes, and I found one bug when we were... Okay, I'll check this position. The best change is that you can search the position. It was last time in Turbo Base 5, I think.
What? Of course you can search the position. What do you mean?
You can search the diagram, yeah.
But you can know. Like, I have Turbo Base 10 and you can do it too.
No.
Bet?
No, you have the legal one?
Sorry?
You have the legal one?
Yes.
You sure?
You just have to click Control D.
Control D, despite the fact that you don't have it in the menu?
Yeah, you don't have it in the menu, but but
Really?
yes.
Oh my god, don't tell me that.
I mean, well, yeah, that's like the most important feature of the program. So
And I was working without it for many years.
oh damn.
Find position database. Okay, does it work the same? Control D?
Yes.
Oh my god. So how do you think? How many times this position has appeared in the games from the base?
Which one?
This one.
Oh, of Yuri and Jan?
After 8 moves.
I don't think I see the same position as you. You mean after 8 moves? Okay, I don't know why we don't have the same position.
Okay, I click the sync button. This position I meant, yeah.
So after 50-44?
Yeah.
Probably like 150.
45.
Oh. Well, because here you can play this opening with a different order. So you can also have piece 41 on 42, I think. So, so maybe in total it will be 150. What if you move 41 to 42?
93. Oh, sorry, this position. Because I played 21-26, it was 45 times, and without this move, it was played 93 times.
Yeah. So like I said, this 21-26 is not very standard, or maybe, yeah, I don't think so. 45 moves and 45 games, that's not a lot. So yeah.
And Alexander Gorgiev has beaten Encho Joelatse playing white pieces in this opening during the World Championship in 2019 in Ivory Coast. Yeah, it was. Okay.
So what did they play? Exchange to 28 and then outpost somehow or not?
There was not 21-26 move.
Okay.
So in this position, there was something like that and that. And Gorgiev as usually. Get some small thing to play against, exchanges pieces.
Well, Georgiev was white, yeah?
Yeah, he still is. But his opponent is not, yeah.
Damian.
Pardon.
Okay, pam. So it was a classic game, yes?
And somehow Gorgiev managed to win this position, yeah, just the variation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it's totally different here.
Yes.
You would like to play that with black or white pieces?
Probably black. Probably black. Yes. I mean, after this, I prefer the position of black. It's a bit more flexible, and here also you can try to play against this. And with white, yeah, I can understand why Yuri just went for this. Yeah. But I would have played this and this. Yes.
If you would like to play more aggressive games, definitely that would be the plan. What's going on at women's match? Here we are still.
Oh.
Oh.
What? Wait.
What is it?
Wait, I don't get it yet. Oh, I see. 3-4-3.
Oh, okay. Nice trap set by Daria. You can't go here because there is this move. Nice.
Okay.
Nice majority. There is one majority of two pieces. There is second one and third one. It was quite difficult to get it, yeah.
Funny.
And black pieces win the game. Sometimes this could be the brilliant move that you can miss in your calculations, yeah. But almost immediately Victoria answered with 30 for 29, and that was the best move to play probably.
Okay, so now is it somehow forcing a draw quickly? Because now white will have this threat, yeah? Okay, but black can go 17-22, and then you can't go to 13 still, because there will be 1 for 2. Huh. No. I guess it does force a draw. Like black goes here now, so that white can't go here. But in the next move, black will have to attack, and there will be something like this, and the draw quickly, I think. Okay.
Then I think of guests like Ton Seybrands, Harm Wiersma, invited to analyze such games that are not so deep games. And Marta Bańkowska, of course, great grandmaster, analyzing those games where everything leads to a draw. From the perspective of viewer, of the spectator, you feel a bit disappointed with how the games go?
No, I can't say I'm disappointed. We can't, I don't know, judge them for playing this way. Of course, what matters the most is the final result. So if after the opening you're not happy with something, you shouldn't be stubborn and keep playing something sharp just for the spectators. You should probably just go for a draw and then try in the next game, right? I totally understand. There's a lot on the line. Yeah.
And do you think shortening the time of play in the future for the spectators and popularity of drafts could be the idea?
Yeah, for sure. It's a shame we don't have many tournaments with short time control, like big tournaments. In the past, there were such tournaments, those IMSA events. So I really hope they'll come back.
You've played there?
No, never.
So Natalia and who? Arleta, maybe?
Kasia played once.
Kasia.
Yes. Yeah, but imagine there were live streams from there. That's so fun. Or like the Super Blitz. Yeah.
It reduces the costs. It gives you more entertainment from watching those games. You see the mistakes. Everything you need is there. And rapid games are the best, and I will keep on telling that. Bartosz Maniecki has become a member. Bartosz, thank you very much. By the way, I would forget. Thank you very much to Franz de Jong for the donation yesterday. I just missed it. Thank you very much for 10 euros, as I remember. Big hearts for that. And to you, Bartosz, as well.
Member for 9 months, actually.
He's always a member. An English channel or Polish channel.
Maybe your biggest fan.
He has the sides that he prefers more, but he is still like a first fan and the biggest fan. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Not
But he
your
prefers more your club. Yeah.
Yes, of course, of course. Da, da, da.
Yeah, ta.
Yeah, yeah, not very interesting today. But like I said, I understand them. Pa pa pa. But okay, so what do you think is the way to have more rapid tournaments? Is there anything we can do?
We need to convince the community and the potential sponsors, and I think it is achievable, that we can generate the events that will gather a lot of spectators, because I think rapid games like they do in chess, those, I don't remember the name of the tournaments of the series, but they are playing the rapid tournaments all the time.
Like the Tata Steel? Yeah.
Not Tata Steel. Tata Steel is a classic tournament, but I
Oh.
mean the Rapids played online. It was the series of tournaments with the big prize pots, and they have the most important names in the sport. And if we made it similarly, and then I think there is a big potential to find some partners, because you have long-lasting events, but entertaining one. People are not sitting and following the game move by move, because if you are playing the opening game and you can't find the open game and you can't find the lines to make it more sharp, then for the spectators, I fully understand that it might be not the very interesting thing to watch the entire games, but the moments, just before the time control and before the end of the round, then maybe it is interesting, because you have just last moments before the result. But when you play the rapid game all the time, you have the right time to explain what is going on the board, to try to understand the players, the chances created, and of course you can see the blunders, the mistakes. Everyone wants to see it.
Yeah, but how many spectators do you think we would need to attract a potential sponsor? Like hundreds of thousands, probably.
No, because there are two things. One is the community you build by subscribers, etc. And here we are on the channel that has over the 100,000 subscribers, because we paid for the promotions, etc. And of course it doesn't affect the number of viewers, but this is the chance to get to such people, with this content. And after being advertised on YouTube, someone felt like, okay, this is interesting, I'll click the subscribe button. And I have the button from YouTube uncovered yet on my desk. I must do it at some moment, but I just want to record it with Glip, but we didn't manage to find time together to do it. But we will finally. And about this number of spectators, I think, when you have regular events, because being systematic is the most important. This is the goal for the next year for me. I would like to stream more things, and after this match, I think that we'll gather some audience, and then just after the match, we'll be able to continue streaming. I'll be able to continue streaming just normal regular tournaments, but also to make some leagues, some competitions with the viewers, some open lessons, lectures about how to play drafts maybe, or checkers. And I would like to have just the internet long-lasting and long-emitting television. Like I would have 5, maybe 10 chess, checkers, checkers or draft streamers, and every day there would be something on checkersTV channel. That's my dream. And then that's the way to build the community. And if you have the community, then you have the people who are intelligent, who have some not so common hobby, and people who mostly are decisive in the area of shopping. And this is a big value for potential advertisers. So I believe in it. But it requires more people, more involvement, and of course more work on building the community.
Yeah, it's also, it would be great. Would be great. But I know at one point you tried to go more into checkers, like American checkers. So what's your opinion on that now? Do you want to promote the drafts or just get checkers fans?
I would like to have also both games, or even more variants of the game, like including Brazilian, including American checkers, including international drafts, but I want to have drafts called checkers. And that's the simple thing, because when you are looking at the statistics and analyzing the traffic on the internet, you see that drafts is searched 1 million times monthly. Meanwhile, checkers 7 times more. So using the drafts word is like closing the open window. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. So
I understand that, but on the other hand, it is a problem that it's confusing for people that there are so many different types of checkers. But you're probably right that it would bring more benefits to start using the word checkers. But yes, also if we were able to just promote the drafts and differentiate it and say that it's much different and everything, so that could also.
We can call it international checkers, and there are no thing like international checkers, tak? Yeah. Or 100 checkers, something like that. But the word checker is a key. So who will find the site leaddrafts.org? Yeah. Everyone knows the word checkers. Yeah. Lead drafts is something that is just losing the potential that we have. Yeah. And each year without this change is a problem. Of course, I paid a lot of respect to the history, to the name and the words, the genesis, etc. But I think that we should just look for more potential. And this sport is so developing, so cheap, so common in the world, brings so big potential, and we must use it. But we must have more people thinking like managers in our community to have it, and more content creators on the internet, because this is the easiest medium to get to people.
Yeah, you're probably right. But then what? FMJD, would we have to change the name of FMJD? Probably not, because it's French.
Fédération Mondiale de Jeux de Dames. It's French, so not.
So just start calling everything checkers. Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I was talking about that with some people that perhaps in the future will take the powers. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll live such day.
Sure.
It's something to use the potential, just it, yeah. And of course, action of FMGD is very important, because the vision they should have should be like that. We are creating events, yeah. Those tournaments are organized, and it should not be the the task of organizers directly to have the streaming, but FMJD by itself. For example, World Championship, you have World Cup tournaments. If you will try to find some sponsors, partners, and start with the small amounts of money, like 2,000 euros, 5,000 euros, to have the entire series of the tournaments, and you cover it on each tournament by FMJD, yeah, by the federation. So you will find the people who will just be transmitting it. It can be done cheap, because I know there are people and companies that do it professionally with huge money, but we have to start with something. It's not like we can afford starting like a total pro level. We can do it by ourselves. Yeah, I am doing it very cheap. Esther is doing that very cheap. And it is possible, yeah. And if we would cover all the tournaments, we would just create some habits to people from our community and bring more people, yeah. Because some of them, of course, need some intellectual entertainment like this one. So to start with small steps and then slowly grow and grow.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, the FMJD channel, there's nothing there. There's some videos, right? But that's it. Yeah. But I see, 20,000 subscribers, not so bad.
Marta, how is the golden piece in French?
Oh, you mean you want me to read it? Pion savant.
Pion, the same as Polish.
Yeah.
Michał Janicki, hello, after 38-42. 1420 after, about which game?
I think it's a very old
comments,
yeah.
I was not looking at that. Oh, Marta, your analysis is much more interesting than the WT games. Who is WT?
World title games. So I think it's about your game against Georgi.
Georgi Zerka. Okay. I haven't looked at the comments, sorry, Michał. How many languages do you know, Marta? Marta knows Japanese also, yeah?
No.
Something more? Please say hello to our Japanese viewers.
Yeah. If there is someone Japanese in the chat, I promise I will say something.
Okay, challenge accepted.
What time is it in Japan? Possible someone's watching, but it's not a very active country in draughts, but there are some players I know.
Oh, so here we have, I am from Japan.
Interesting.
User warcaby.
Yes.
Please.
But I think draughts in Japanese is, it just comes from the English words, and it's just draughts.
It is how? What?
Draughts. So it's like
Draft-
draughts, but with the Japanese pronunciation. Draughts. Something
Drawcu?
like this. Yes.
Drawcu?
Uh-huh.
Bartosz is in Tokyo now. Oh, he's drifting.
Okay, can you give me 1 minute? I will feed my cat because she's staring at me like she wants to kill me.
But just before we started recording or streaming, you gave her something.
Yeah, but just a small snack. Did you hear?
Okay. Meow. So you can meow and Marta will feed you. That's the option. Forget my idea was bad. Okay. As you can see, today's games are just not giving us a lot things to follow, and somehow it is even not encouraging me to trying to analyze those games. Of course, this is absolutely a draw between Yuri and Jan Groenendijk. They agreed for a draw already. Yeah, they have. I have turned on the camera a bit
Okay.
on Daria and Victoria, but yeah, gentlemen have finished. So it is a draw, another draw to the table. So the game state after 2 rounds between Yuri Anikeev and Jan Groenendijk is 2-2. Bartosz says, show your beautiful cat and meow. So Bartosz wants to be fed by you.
Well, maybe when she's finished eating, I can show her. About the feeding, I'm not sure. Okay.
Marek can pretend to be Japanese.
Okay. So, what is this? 3 plus 2, 5 pieces against 6 pieces.
Pardon.
Bless you.
What did you say?
Bless you.
Ah, bless you. I thought that's something Japanese. Thank you
I
very
don't
much.
know
I'm
how
sorry.
to say bless you in Japanese.
Bless you. Bartosz wants the cat.
1 sec. She's eating.
Don't disturb while eating. Zdrówko, dziękuję Bartosz. Thank you very much, Marek. Thank you very much, Bartosz. Oh, I was trying not to say anything in Polish, and I do. What else can we talk about? Come chat, be more interactive with us. Tell us what would you expect, what would you like to see or talk about in such more boring, let's say, moments of the matches when nothing is happening.
Yes, definitely not about the game.
We can just analyze other games.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that they are playing the match together?
I think it's good for the organizers, for the spectators, because now imagine having only one game to follow.
Right.
But what do you think about the system? Comparing, for example, to what Natalia played against Tamara, where after the draws we have other games like Rapid and Blitz.
Yeah, this system that Natalia played, it's more exciting. That's the advantage, yeah, because definitely there are more wins, and also it changes a lot the dynamic of the match, right? Because now, of course, it's likely we will have tie breaks, but we'll be all in one day, and it won't be so interesting. But for example, if you already have a small advantage after 2 days because you won, I don't know, the Blitz game, it changes the whole dynamic. So they might start playing more aggressively or something. So yeah, I think this one is more like technically fair if we want to find the best classical player. but the other one is more exciting. So I would probably prefer to play the other one if it was up to me. What do you think?
There is, of course, some problem or just the fair thing you mentioned in choosing the best player and finding the system for it. But okay, this can be the first one, but yeah, it's not the only thing that we want. We want also some emotions in it, etc., including the fact that Magnus Carlsen himself he tells that it is necessary to shorten the time because matches are just the part of archives and not a modern thing. Yeah, playing that system that way, and I think we should. And probably you know my opinion about that. That I want to change the systems to make it more attractive, to make it more faster, definitely, and somehow to force players to make the mistakes. And I know players don't like it, but I think that this is for the good of players in the long term. Yeah, because that way we are just creating the environment to have the sponsors, to have money, to have something interesting and not just playing games. I never agreed and will never agree, for example, with Karol Cichocki, who would like to have everything fair and long games, etc. It's not the future. Absolutely. In my opinion.
Yeah, and also we're trying to find, I guess, the best player overall, not necessarily the best classic player, right? We could say that, and then why not have some shorter games? Yeah.
On the other hand, sometimes drafts titles perhaps are just too easy to get, because if you can be the world champion, teams, blitz, rapid, men, women, you know, so many different titles that the world champion title is not the bringing the right value, maybe. Yeah? Because of course you have this one classic, but maybe we should not make the rapid the blitz tournaments and make the right one. Or like you say, maybe it's better, okay, to hold the blitz and rapid tournaments, but to create the title of being the world champion in all. Yeah. So connecting classic games and shorter games. Absolutely, yeah. That's a great point of view. I can agree.
Yeah, but then every 2 years there will always be this classic tournament, World Championship tournament. But yes, for matches, definitely we have to find a way to make it more interesting, because like right now, you know, we have 2 games, like you said, and it's still hard to find something to add here. Yeah.
Do you have some favorite combination that we can show and ask our viewers to solve it?
I can show the combination from my game for the last tournament, how I lost. Okay, so I was...
Add the chapter and show it. The combination how you lost against Kamil Krygier?
Yes, my team, we played in the last round against Damian's team in Polish Team Championship. They were the favorites because basically they just needed a draw to be...
Don't tell me they, because that was my team.
Sorry?
Don't tell me they, because that was my team.
I don't understand.
You say they needed a draw.
Oh, right.
You could tell you needed a draw, because that was my team.
Yeah, but I'm talking to our chat.
Okay, sorry.
No, but you yes, you're right. You needed a draw, but we lost 7-1.
It was close to 8-0, and I couldn't forgive Damian Jakubik that he did not win against Krzysztof Kortas that game.
Yeah, but Krzysiu had I think a better position. He just saw that we were losing, so he played something crazy.
That's true.
Like this, like this, like this.
So you will see how Marta is losing on Philip Kup.
Yes. Tak.
But a difficult one, she will say.
Well, it was not that difficult. Like this, like this, like this, and okay, I have to turn off the computer maybe just in case. And I played 37-31.
But by the way, it's a great settled combination by Kamil. Great, because I think definitely he played for this. The last moves were made like he wanted to do it.
Probably. He told me during the game, I will play for combinations.
You didn't believe.
And I was like, no way. But of course, the position is better for white here. I could just, even without this move, I could have just played simply like this. At one point, tried to take 23. But okay, maybe someone wants to write the answer, someone in chat.
It is better for white. During the game, I thought that, okay, Kami is going for the passive position, but maybe somehow he will find how to draw it, but it was even better. Marek told us, we are doing actually a great job together. Thank you very much, Marek. Maybe Marta will join me anytime more. You have any predictions? You don't know exactly.
Probably not. I'm trying to go to another tournament soon in Poland, but if I don't manage to go, then maybe I can join you.
LZS Championship?
Yes.
Bartosz, what do you mean by it's very easy to become world champion? I do it every month. How do you do it? How we don't know it? I would like to make some video or interview with you. Who can see the combination for the black pieces? The combination how Marta Bańkowska lost the game and lost a team championship medal last Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, we lost 7-1, but yeah, I was the first one to lose on the board. So
I was saying that it is too easy to become world champion. It's not like becoming world champion is too easy, but you have so many world champion titles. Because you have also it in 64, in Portuguese, Spanish, Russian perhaps, and other kinds of checkers and drafts. It's like swimming. You have so many styles that being the world champion in swimming is like, you have plenty of them.
Yeah? Maybe.
If you have the chess world champion, it sounds better. Perhaps for me only.
Would you rather be a Blitz world champion or third in the classical draft?
Tough question. Probably. You don't have 64 because Pawlicki doesn't care to organize it. Who is Pawlicki? Don't know the guy. Do we have 300 viewers on YouTube? Did we have some right here?
Something happened. It was like 20 the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe someone shared it?
If it's right, then feel welcome by us. Meanwhile, Marta Bańkowska is showing the combination that made her losing the game last Sunday. So, any one of you from the viewers, do you have any idea?
For black, of course.
For black, the combinations, you can maybe turn the position.
Yeah, Bartek, what are you doing?
That's absolutely the beauty of the game. 24-29. It must be my present, says Michał. Okay. 21-27. Bartosz Maniecki is right. Marta, can you show it?
Yes.
And the continuation after this combination is really nice, actually.
Yeah. I mean, one tempo difference and it would be a draw, but because I go here, I have one piece more at this moment, but I'm missing one tempo, I guess, to defend my piece. So it was like this, this, and you're not able to defend.
And finally, black pieces took a piece and won the game. What is going on in the championship game? And finally, on the king is Wiktoria Motrichko, the current world champion. But despite the fact of 2 squares missing to a king for black pieces, it seems rather impossible to have a chances of winning this game. Would you like to attack it at this moment, or it's not a plan for white pieces? Would you like to find something else to stop this piece from going? But is there anything?
Yeah, so white is trying to win, I guess, yes?
Looks like that. Before that, definitely Daria Tkachenko wanted to win this game, but without the chances for that. Now it's Victoria's turn.
I mean, it looks like maybe you can take 2 pieces. But still, black will go to the second king rather easily. But what if you try to take... Oh, you can always go here and exchange. So, yeah, I mean, maybe white can just go here for the quickest draw. Because white also can't try too hard, because still they have a piece less. So they have to be a bit careful too. Yeah, I think we might see this and then a draw soon.
As we are finishing this year, can you tell me what are your plans around the drafts for the next year? You are planning to play some international tournaments? You're going to be more active than this year, or?
Definitely not, because this year I was really active. Actually, it was super hard to balance everything. I played a lot of tournaments, so probably not more active, but I guess everything will depend on the World Championship when it takes place, because I need to play something before. So if, for example, World Championship is, I don't know, in June, then I will probably play the World Cup in France, the first one next year, just to have something before. If not, then I will see. I will just choose the most convenient dates, probably. And also, I would love to come back to China. So yeah, I guess everything will depend on World Championship.
Tell me, please, have you ever worked with your personal coach?
Sorry?
Have you ever worked with your personal coach, trainer, personal one?
Oh, like having, like, other than our team coaches? No. I mean, no, just maybe some friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that having one would be a way to speed up and growing your level?
Probably, but I think in my case, it's about time as well. Yeah, because I could train a lot more also on my own. Yeah, and then if I had a personal coach, I would need to find time for that. Yeah, for that to work.
And if you had an opportunity to focus and leave from drafts, would you go for it?
Of course. I'm thinking about marrying a Chinese guy to be able to be a professional Chinese player, because I heard they can do that, and some Chinese girls do it. They just like have to show up at the office and they just train drafts, and that's all.
So you would leave the Polish flag, yeah? Okay. We'll try to create some possibilities for such players like you. That if such players want to fully concentrate on drafts, it should be possible for such sportsmen, because it's your passion, and dedicating your life to something, it's absolutely worth on many different levels.
Yeah.
Down to 10 minutes, Victoria Motrichko, and what do you think she's thinking about right now?
Probably 3-14, if I were to guess, or 3-8, also attacking a piece. I don't know. She's probably thinking, what do I want? Do I still want to try to win, or should we just finish it as quickly as possible?
The attack to 14 quickly ends the game with a draw probably, and time to rest, time to wait for the round number 3 tomorrow. Just for you, dear viewers, we are broadcasting the world title matches between men and women, top players in the world. Actually, we are looking at women's game where Victoria Motrichko is playing against Daria Tkachenko, and this is the top 1 versus top 2 player in the world. By the way, Marta, you are on which place on the rating list?
11th.
11th.
I'm not top 10, so I have to go to the LZS championship and get, I think I'm missing like 2 rating points to be in the top 10.
So still you are higher than the current world champion among men. Because the second match that has finished already, second game of the match that has finished already, Yuri Anikeev versus Jan Groenendijk. There, Yuri Anikeev is the current world champion on 15th place on the world rating list against Jan Groenendijk, who is top 1 at the moment after Rul Boomstra is not playing anymore. And tomorrow and the other days, every day, 10 a.m. we are broadcasting next rounds of this 2 world title matches up to 30th day of December, and if needed, there will be also a tiebreak or tiebreaks played on 31st day of this month. So a lot of emotions still ahead of us. I know your plans for the next year, and maybe about the formula of the World Championship women, we could say something, because it is played like top 16 players from the world get to the final tournament, and then you have 15 rounds.
Do you know about that?
About what?
Next year it will be 20.
Yeah. This is the thing that I wanted to ask you. Yeah, and okay, during the same time of the tournament, usually men played 19 rounds, among 20 players, and women played 15 rounds among 16 players, and they want to change it to 20 female players. It means that maybe the level will decrease a little, but what are your thoughts about that?
I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe if those spots went to, because I think, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these spots are going to Africa and South America, the extra spots. So if they use them for maybe Asia, that would actually maybe increase the level, yes? Because there are a lot of strong Mongolian and Chinese players. But it was already tough to even find anyone who would play for Africa or for South America last time. So I don't think it makes sense, and it might decrease the level, similarly as the new Polish Championship final, right? Also decreases the level. So I'm in favor of 12 players in the Polish final. And similarly here, I think 16 makes more sense. And of course, if in the future the level is higher, why not? Yeah,
absolutely. What do you think about Asian players meanwhile? Because they're not so active in Europe, we don't have many opportunities to watch them playing, and also after the pandemic times, they have done some job that we couldn't follow, but you were visiting the China recently, and what can you say about young Chinese players, potential of them, Mongolian players? What do you think?
I think especially among women, they have big chances. The Chinese girls are very strong. To be honest, I think if Yu Zhang played the match here, she would be the favorite for me to win.
You think, even against Victoria?
Yes, I think so.
I analyzed the game against Martin with him, of course, and she didn't deliver, I think.
I mean, it was maybe not her. She won, but she's able to play better than at this tournament. I don't know. I'm always very impressed with how she, except with Martijn, she never gets a weaker position. She's very calm, and I'm always impressed with her game. So yeah, I think she has really high chances to win the next World Championship. But the men, I don't know. They didn't get the very high places last World Cup in China, so I don't know. But there are some very talented young Chinese players. Like I even played against one. I think he's 10 years old, and he's very strong. So maybe the results will come in a few years.
Yeah, probably they will, and it's hard to imagine, but they have big schools like universities to play checkers, draughts. To improve the level, they are hiring the best coaches in the world, and they know how developing it is for children as well. But maybe you have heard about another topic, the big mystery, because in 2019 there was a great, brilliant young Chinese player called Pan Yiming, and he became the vice world champion at the age of 15, and then he disappeared. What is going on with him?
He played some local tournaments, like even not so long before the World Cup, he played a local tournament in China. And I think I heard somewhere that he was focusing on his career, in maths, or something like this. I don't know. I don't understand it either, because, like I told you, I would love to do drafts, but maybe not everyone's like that. Yeah, in China they do have a good situation. If they want to pursue a career in drafts, it's possible, but maybe it's even better to be, in maths. Like Roel Boomstra also had a pretty nice situation, I think, as a drafts player, but he also decided to quit. So yeah, hard to say.
Hard to say, hard to make this decision, and the question is, what is the motivation of each player? It can change, of course, during the life, because one year you can think one way, another way, because you are a different person. Perhaps this affects the decision they made. Meanwhile, we did have some updates in the game, as Victoria Motrichko decided to go in the middle of the pieces, attacking at once in two directions. This is some situation in drafts you can't avoid, because one of your pieces will be captured no matter what you will play, but also this play gives you some additional tempo, because after you move away, your opponent captures and you have another move to make, and this move was 40-44. So after this capture, the strengths are equal, and probably no chance to make it better for white. After such move, there is also an exchange.
Yeah, I think this is what we'll see.
One, and 3 against 3, it's a total draw, and something like that probably will be forced in this endgame, like Marta showed before. That would mean that we will have 2 draws again among women and among men after the first 2 rounds, but of course we must wait for it. At this moment, Victoria Motrichko is having 3 minutes on the clock and 14 minutes on Dariusz Tkachenko clock. Marcin Hansiak, hello and welcome. Nice to see you.
Hello. I think we'll be wrapping up soon, so we won't have a chance to talk a lot, but yeah, nice to have you anyway. My team member also.
Yeah, and Bartosz Maniecki wants to follow your idea of going to China. Maybe if I marry a Chinese girl, I can be a professional also, yeah. That's the plan, Bartosz. So you can start looking for the Chinese Tinder or something they use. Maybe Marta knows, I don't know.
Actually, you know what they do? It was so funny when we were in China. We were just walking, visiting Shanghai. We went to this park called like People's Park, and we saw like in real life Chinese Tinder. But the way it worked was that the parents were there, and they were looking for someone for their children, and they had like those I don't know, posters with sometimes pictures or like the height, the age of their son or daughter, and they were looking for a partner for them. So yeah.
I've seen vlogs with this place, and I know that Japan also has some things like that. But yeah, parents will find someone who will come to the home and, dear daughter, we found you the husband. But it is maybe more about the parents of men, because in China probably there is much more free men than women. Isn't it like that?
I think so.
No, you don't think so?
I mean, if we assume that a similar number of women and men are born, and
there are other factors, like, you know, the previous policy of 1 children, and some girls were just hidden, some boys hidden, don't have the official statistics. Also, it is different in the cities, hard to tell. But I think that I've heard the story about the West China actually, that entire family can work for 1 month to buy the suit for the boy in the family, to wear it on him and to send him to some party or something, to find the girl, to find a wife, because it's very difficult for them. In the game happens exactly as expected. The attack to 28, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really glad. I don't know how we have around 300 viewers. Somehow, maybe YouTube advised us, or maybe we did have some right or something. If you know that, you can let me know in the chat. But if you are here and you like the transmission, the explanation about the drafts, we are trying to show you what is going on the boards, of course, from the very beginning. And I invite some special guests, like, for example, Grandmaster Marta Bańkowska here with me. If you do appreciate that, don't hesitate to leave the thumb up under the video, to leave the subscription, and join us during other streams, because there are 2 weeks of it ahead of us.
Right. And meanwhile, the women agreed to a draw. So we have two calm draw games today. Yes.
Here it goes to an end. I hope that next round, like you were mentioning in the chat, we will follow for more interesting games with results, of course, because this is what we need. I think that after 2 days of playing, players will be warmed up and will serve us something more spicy tomorrow, the day after, and I think that will be very, very interesting. And of course, it is always interesting to follow the most important match in the world, which is the World Championship title. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. My and your guest here was Grandmaster Marta Bańkowska. I hope that future world champion. Can you say so? I hope one day we'll watch you.
Yes, I hope so too. We'll see.
Yeah, one day from another perspective we'll be sitting here analyzing the Marta Bańkowska games because Natalia Sadowska, two-time world champion, gave us already those 2 titles, but now we are waiting for others in Poland and we are waiting, of course, for new world champions. And this time Victoria and Daria are the women who already hold the most important title. We don't have the new one, but maybe Marta will be the 11th one. I wish you all a good day, a good afternoon, and see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Watching and analyzing the game number 3 from the world title matches. After 2 rounds, we have 2 draws. Anikeev from Ukraine, 2 points against Jan Groenendijk from the Netherlands, 2 points, and among women, Motrichko, Victoria, current world champion from Ukraine, 2 points against Daria Tkachenko representing Netherlands, also 2 points. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.